This is the Airfix One Small Step for Man set in 1/72 scale. In 1962, President Kennedy gave a speech about the space program. And he said, "We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard." The Russians were winning the space race, with the first satellite, Sputnik, in 1957, and the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin, in 1961. The moon is 240,000 miles away. Liftoff for the Apollo 11 mission was on July the 16th, 1969, aboard the Saturn V rocket from the newly named Cape Kennedy. The name was changed from Cape Canaveral after the president's assassination. The Eagle lunar module landed on the moon on the 20th of July with astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin aboard. The command module, Columbia, with Michael Collins aboard, stayed in lunar orbit. On the 21st of July, 1969, the astronauts stepped onto the moon's surface at a place called the Sea of Tranquility, and all three astronauts returned safely to Earth on the 24th of July, splashing down in the Pacific Ocean. And this is the capsule that returned. The Apollo missions and Apollo 11's landing are surely one of mankind's greatest achievements. There are so many benefits that improve our lives today. The silicon chip is just one of many. And the kit features astronauts and lots of accessories. The S-band antenna for transmitting signals back to Earth, including the television signal. Solar wind composition, which registered impacts of solar particles. A passive seismic experimental package used to detect motion in the moon's crust. The lunar rover, an electric moon buggy transport with a 75-mile range, probably the world's most expensive car. Also included are 1- and 2-person space hoppers, and these had downward firing rocket motors. These were never used, they were prototypes only. And this very tiny but important device is a laser ranging retroreflector, which measures the distance between the Earth and the Moon. So a laser beam is sent up from the Earth to Moon, and this reflects it back, and it allows extremely accurate measurements. And the best thing is, it's still working today, and the ones left from the other missions as well. Conspiracy theories cast doubt about the moon landing, and these are some scientific facts which show that they are wrong. The Earth is surrounded by a radiation belt called the Van Allen. Astronauts travel through this at 25,000 miles per hour, so the radiation effect is very small. The flags are held up by wires, and it is the wrinkling as they are pulled out that gives the impression of wind movement. The dust cloud caused by the landing quickly disappears. The vacuum of space means that particles drop back down almost immediately. This surprised even the astronauts. The lack of atmosphere does cause light to behave in a different way to Earth, and this can give shadows a very different appearance. And there are no stars in the pictures because the landings were made during the daytime. It's a great set. I bought it 4 years ago, and I finished it off recently because I visited the National Space Museum in Leicester. This is the finished lunar module. It does include gold foil, and it can be applied, cut to shape, and applied using Pritt stick glue. And these are the two astronauts, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. Airfix are releasing this year Saturn V and the Space Shuttle and an Artemis rocket. I love the little set of astronauts. They're in soft plastic, but they're a lovely little set. They really capture the look of the spacemen, and hopefully the future. This one here is doing some of the filming. This one's collecting samples. And this one's taking the samples back to the lander. This is a little kit by Dinky, and it shows the only part that comes back to Earth with the 3 astronauts inside. And the Sikorsky helicopter. I must recommend the Haynes manual book. The Apollo story by the History Press. And my original set of cards by Book Brond. We were all interested in the space race, and the cover shows the mission to Mars, of course. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the set painted up. And hopefully it might inspire you to grab yourself some kind of model with a space theme. It's nice to do something a bit different. If you like and subscribe, I really do appreciate it. And any comments and thoughts are very welcome.